Gyokeres, Rodrygo, Semenyo. Who is coming in? That's what I need to know. That's what you need to know. That's what all Arsenal fans need to know this summer. Who is coming in, and it needs to be done soon. So before we get into that, I'm going to tell you which agreement has been reached first. But before we get into that, make sure you like the video, smash a like the video, smash a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. We're going to get straight into this. Welcome to my transfer show. And first up, we're going to speak about Viktor Gyokeres, because there was a lot of news flying around last night and especially this morning as well. So let me start from last night. First up was John Cross of the Mirror, and he said this: Arsenal would need to pay Viktor Gyokeres 200k per week to sign him, which they have already told his agents they are willing to do. Complete package has already been presented to his representatives, with the player keen on the move. And as of this morning, this was said from Steve K. Sporting are ready to do business this summer for around 58 million for Viktor Gyokeres, having lowered their original asking price from 83 million. As reported via transfer.com, this 58 million figure was agreed with the player 6 months ago. And then I'm going to put this on screen for you right now. Exclusive. Arsenal and Sporting Lisbon have an agreement for the transfer of Viktor Gyokeres. If this is where we're going, if this is how we're starting, then we need to continue and move on, because someone like Viktor Gyokeres, a goal machine, 38 goals in 32 games, 7 assists in the Portuguese league, 61 goals in all competitions, 34% of Sporting Lisbon's goals have come from Gyokeres. We need that. We need that. We need that. It will make our attack much more potent, and we may as well continue talking about our attack. That's Viktor Gyokeres. An agreement has been reached, and we're probably going to hear about that very, very soon. But continuing on from our attack, because there was another burst of news yesterday regarding Arsenal, and it came from this, and it was about Rodrygo at Real Madrid, who isn't happy right now, who isn't happy with his playing time. And as of yesterday, it was reported by Edu Borjos that the club that are showing the most interest in the winger this summer, in the Real Madrid winger this summer, is Arsenal. Arsenal is one of the clubs that have shown the most interest in Rodrygo. The Gunners are monitoring his situation heading into the summer. Informal contacts, nothing firm yet. That was yesterday. Let me bring you up to date with this morning. And the news broke today from Graham Bailey. Arsenal and Liverpool are starting to believe that they could sign Rodrygo this summer. The Football Tribune can reveal, with both clubs getting excited at the prospect, it's understood that Rodrygo has 90% made up his mind to leave Madrid. And as of right now, Rodrygo does not want to play for Real Madrid again. The relationship with his teammates has deteriorated as a result. Now, do you lot remember when we signed Alexis Sanchez from Barcelona? It was another player that was surplus to requirements, but he was a fantastic player. And look what he did when he came in. This was about, 2015, 2016, around the time where he came in. Mesut Ozil, surplus to requirements at Real Madrid, but look at the player he was. If we can get these type of players on board because they are not happy where they are, and we have good business with Real Madrid, with Odegaard, with Ceballos, we have good relationships with Real Madrid in terms of like transfer business. So if we can get this over the line, Rodrygo's not happy. He can play on either wing. He's a fantastic baller. And the fact that he's getting no minutes, he will get game time at Arsenal. And if we can add that to our attack, as well as Gyokeres, with Saka as well, my Lord, Arsenal can be absolutely frying in the next season, but we need to get these players in now. Another person who could be coming in to Arsenal to help our attack, and this is a Premier League proven player, and I would be very happy if we actually do sign this player, and that is Semenyo of Bournemouth. That is Antoine Semenyo of Bournemouth. Arsenal maintain strong interest in the Bournemouth attacker Antoine Semenyo ahead of the transfer window. The reason why I brought that one up, because like I said, he's Premier League proven. Fantastic winger. He's always given us problems. He's given other Big 16 problems. He's given all problems to to all teams in the Premier League. And instead of, no, I'm not saying don't sign Rodrygo, but I'm saying we're always going abroad to find the best talent when that talent could be right here in the Premier League. Or Liverpool signed Mane. It was a great steal. It's a great steal. Absolutely great steal. Who would have thought, coming from Southampton, that Mane would have had the career or gone on to have the career that he's had at Liverpool, Bayern Munich. I'm not saying that's not what Semenyo is going to do, but if you've got talent in the Premier League that's there and you don't have to spend as much abroad, buy it. Semenyo will be a fantastic player for Arsenal. He'd be an absolutely fantastic player for Arsenal. And another player that we could be getting from Bournemouth is Dean Huijsen. Now, this defender, this defender is very sought after. He's very sought after. I'm going to tell you why. Real Madrid have had direct contact with Dean Huijsen's camp and the player's priority is confirmed. Real also registered release clause details, 50 million to be paid in installments, not in one solution. Timing will be key as Liverpool and Arsenal are ready to advance, and Chelsea. This guy is a hot prospect. Great breakout season in the league, and a lot of teams do want him. Now, in terms of defenders, we have a lot of defenders coming on, but Gabriel, not sure what's happening with Gabriel. I mean, he's injured right now. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? I'm not saying he's leaving, but he's injured right now. That leaves Calafiori, who's been a bit injury prone this season. Is Kivior staying or going? I'm not sure. But if we can bring in a youngster like Huijsen, if Kivior goes, I won't be mad at that at all. I genuinely will not be mad at that at all. So have a little raid of Bournemouth. Why not? Players are there. These players are giving us problems all season, so go and get these players. Go and get them. I'd be happy if Huijsen signed for Arsenal. I'd be absolutely happy. Now, the next person I'm going to talk about, let me just look at my notes. We are going to talk about Thomas Partey. Now, this is the one season Thomas Partey hasn't been injured one bit, one iota whatsoever. He's been fit all season. When you see a fit Thomas Partey, you see what you can do. I was one that was pretty sure that Partey's going to be out the door. I wanted Partey out, not because of his ability, but because of his availability. But when you see that he's available all season, you see he's a fantastic midfielder. And he will be in the hat, potentially. I don't think he'll be in the hat for player of the season, but he's had a strong season. And without him, we see what we're like without him. We saw what we was like in that first leg against PSG. And that's not the only reason why we lost that game, but we're not going to get into that. But it says here, Thomas Partey has rejected offers from Saudi Arabia and wants to stay at Arsenal. Wants his future sorted out before the end of the season, as per Simon Collins. Although it was arguably time for him to go, as I said, it's positive news as it frees up more money for more pressing areas. So if we can keep him, if we can sign him, we'll still need to sign one other midfielder, potentially. A backup for Odegaard or someone to challenge and come in and take Odegaard's place. Why not? But if we can keep Partey, that does save some money. And if he stays fit, we'll see. We know Jorginho's leaving at the end of the season. We know he's going to Flamengo. That's already been signed, sealed and delivered. Absolutely. The next Arsenal player I'm going to talk about is William Saliba. And apparently Arsenal are now stepping up their efforts to make sure Saliba can stay signed to Arsenal and he doesn't sign for Real Madrid. Now, there was something that came out yesterday from Sky Sports talking about Arsenal. I'm going to get up and show you. Arteta will have at least 100 million to spend this summer, plus any funds from player sales. There have been murmurs that Arsenal may have to let one big player go to fund in their incomings. I would be fuming if it's one of Saliba, Gabriel. I'll be fuming if anyone has to leave. I know any one of our top stars have to leave, because what are we doing? Are we not trying to build a formidable team? Are we not trying to build a dynasty? And you can't be trying to build a formidable team and dynasty if you're letting your best players, if you're letting your generational talents go for more players to come in. I'd be fuming. Keep what you have. Build on what you've got. Build on what you've got. Don't go backwards, Arsenal, now. We're literally this close. We're so close. Why would you take one of your best players out of that and start going backwards? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. But that's all I got. for the transfer stuff today. That's all I got for transfer news. Sign Gyokeres. Agreement reached. Rodrygo, sign him up. Semenyo, sign him up. Hoyson, sign him up. Sign him up. Saliba, sign him up. And Partey, sign him up. Sign. Sign up everyone. Right? And let's get it done. Now, Berta is cooking. He's starting to cook. He's already made his imprint in a couple of months that he's been here, and we can see that things are starting to move. Now, this is going to be an important summer for Arsenal. I feel like I'm saying every single summer is an important summer, but it is an important summer for Arsenal, because if we don't do anything in the league next season, we have to hit the ground running. I'm not going to talk about next season yet, because this season isn't actually done yet, and we haven't signed anyone yet, but we are about to. Things are coming. Things are coming. So that's it for the transfer show. There's one last thing I do want to touch on. Before I go, and that is Taiwo Awoniyi, who has been placed in an induced coma and is receiving intensive care following urgent surgery. Early signs are thought to be positive, and aim is to complete his operation tomorrow, which is today. That report came out yesterday. Wishing a speedy recovery to Taiwo Awoniyi, because it was a nasty incident, him going into the goalpost. Nasty. And there was a whole big palaver about what should have happened, what shouldn't have happened. I'm not going to get into that here now. Main focus is Taiwo Awoniyi. Make sure you get better soon and you're back on the pitch, because you are another fantastic player. You're a brilliant player that's caused up problems, and I wouldn't even mind you as a backup. I wouldn't mind you, Awoniyi, but first, get better soon, man. Get better soon, and we'll see you playing on the pitch again soon. So, people, that's it. That's it. I ain't got no more transfer news for you today. I might have something later if a madness happens, but we'll go from there. Let me know what you think about these players that are potentially coming in. Would you be happy with Gyokeres, Rodrygo, and Semenyo if they came in as our attackers? Would you be happy with Hoyson? Do we need to be going somewhere else? Do you lot still want Isak? Because apparently Arteta still wants Isak. Apparently the club still wants Isak. No, apparently the club wants Isak. Arteta wants Sesko. Berta wants Gyokeres. But anyway, as far as I'm concerned, the person we are closest to signing in terms of a striker is Viktor Gyokeres. So if we can get that done, we can get that done. Absolutely. Love and guidance, people. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and I'll be back with a preview to the Newcastle game. Love and guidance, people. Peace.